Hi everyone, I'm Lauren and back again talking about video game collection, and this time talking about the Switch games, which is a really nice system. I got it at launch. The Switch is really nice because I prefer playing on the TV, but it is nice having a handheld every so often, just in case you need to play somewhere else, and the Switch can do that. It's nice that it's region free. There's been a lot of previous Nintendo consoles that have been region locked, and I've always hated that. But now, region free, great. There's been a lot of Asian or Japanese releases that have also had English on them, or there's something going on where they allow English. It's been really nice for that. I really appreciated that. So I do like the Switch quite a bit. It's like, I don't know if it's my favorite console or not, but I do appreciate those things about the Switch, and it's definitely not one that I hate or anything. It's definitely on the I like the system more than like the dislike side kind of thing. I'm just not sure where I'd rank it. But yeah, let's just get right into it. First up is A Hat in Time. This is a 3D platformer, kind of similar to Super Mario Bros. Or it takes a lot of inspiration from that and probably other classic 3D platformers. It has a lot of charm to it. It can be very difficult for me, partially because there's a few janky bits in it, and partially because I suck at platformers, let's be real here. But I do enjoy it, even if sometimes, I did enjoy it, I guess, even if sometimes it got really frustrating for me. Then we have Animal Crossing New Horizons. This one took up by storm, or whatever the phrase is, because that came out right around where COVID hit, and that's fun. It's a pretty chill game. But I think, unfortunately, it doesn't hold my attention for crazy, or didn't hold my attention for a crazy long time. Like, it did for a few months, and then it was just like, I realized that I was just logging in, I was just booting it up just to chop my wood and hit the rocks and do the daily type things, and then getting off and then playing something else, and I just wasn't having fun with that anymore. It's just too much freedom. There's not enough direction for me, honestly. So, and then it's just like make money to make your house not be in debt, and then just nothing else. So it doesn't quite have enough depth for me, but it is a really nice game. I wish I was a little bit more creative with that kind of thing, but unfortunately for me, I just go, I don't know what to do. Just I need a little bit more direction than that, and unfortunately that doesn't provide enough for me. Then we have Billion Road. This is another, I keep mentioning board game video games, and this is another one. This is a pretty new one. I mean, it's on the Switch. Of course, it's a new one. I don't know what to say about this one, but it looks pretty wacky and silly, so I had to pick this one up. This one, it's sort of not a limited run game. It's distributed by Limited Run, so I wanted to pick it up before the distributed ones last a lot longer than their normal limited run stuff, but they do eventually stop getting printed, so I was like, yes, I must have this. It was definitely one that I saw got a digital release, and I was sad that it was only digital. And then when Limited Run was like, hey, we're publishing it, I got on that right away. So yeah, I am excited to play this at some point. Hopefully, I say that about a lot of games though. And then we have The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Yeah, it's an action roguelike, very strange, kind of gross, kind of at times, and really difficult. It is pretty interesting. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. I'm terrible at it though, so I haven't gotten really that far. Then we have Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. This was originally on the Wii U, and I really liked it. It's set for some camera aiming things, but Nintendo ported this to the Switch, and they changed everything that I disliked about the Wii U version. So this is just way better. The only thing that's like a little bit meh with this is that some of the levels that are in the Wii U version aren't in here. They do replace them with some Super Mario Odyssey inspired levels, So if you really like the ones on the Wii U, there's a few exclusive ones. You might have to look that up and see if it's worth getting rid of that for this. I don't know. Or just have both. I decided I only needed the Switch version though. Then we have Chocobo no, I think this Fushigi no Dungeon Everybody, but buddy as in like friend buddy. It's really silly. This is a port remake thingy of Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo's Dungeon. That's the one. It's another mystery dungeon type series, so roguelike, but with chocobos. And I think this adds a mechanic where you take friends along with you that the Wii version didn't have. This is only digital, I think, in North America, but this is a Japanese copy, and it's in English, so yeah. Or at least that's what I've heard. I haven't tested it out yet. Maybe I should do that before proudly declaring that it has English, but I've been told that it does have English, so yeah. But now I have a physical copy, so yay. Collection of Mana. It's a collection of 3 Seiken Densetsu games or Mana series. They're all action RPGs. So it has Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana, and Trials of Mana. Haven't played them yet, although I've played a little bit of Secret of Mana and I was very confused on where to go, so might be another one that I should play with a guide kind of thing. Then we have Deadly Premonition Origins. Haven't played this version, but this was originally on the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and it's one of my favorite games, so definitely had to pick this one up. Kind of cheesy, spooky, murdery mystery, but lots of weird humor, and it's kind of glitchy sometimes. So it's kind of like a B movie, but a video game. It feels kind of inspired by Twin Peaks as well, which I really like the Twin Peaks TV series, so another win for me. I don't know exactly what they changed with the Switch version, although I don't know that it has the DLC that came out originally, so yeah. Kind of lame if it doesn't. Then we have Disgaea 1 Complete. Haven't played this version. Again, I have played the DS original of this. It's a strategy RPG, really wacky, really big numbers. I'm bad at it. I'm sure there's a way to not be bad at it, but I'm bad at strategy RPGs, and I don't know that this one is particularly friendly either. There's a lot of silly fun things and a lot of different mechanics that I don't understand at all. Then we have Dust and Elysian Tale. This is well, it's definitely action. I don't remember if it's an RPG or not. I played a little bit of it, but it's been a long time. And action. Maybe RPG. And it's an indie game with a lot of drawn cutscenes, I think, from what I remember. Then we have Faroon Collection. This is from Super Rare Games. This is a collection of a few games from Faroon. It has Faroon 1 and 2, Faroon Origin, and Faroon Blast. Faroon 1 and 2 are top-down, 2D, kind of Zelda-y, early Ys type games. You bump into creatures and you explore maps and you try and solve dungeon-y type things. They're both really good, those two. Although I do like the first one a little bit better for being a little bit more concise, focused, I guess. Faroon Origin is like a simplified version almost of those, and Faroon Blast is a really short shmup spin-off. But I do like all of these. This is a nice collection. Then we have Fire Emblem 3 Heroes. This is Devin's game, so he's played the heck out of this. But I haven't tried it yet. It's a strategy RPG, but this time you're a teacher and it's school. Also, there's 3 different paths or something. Maybe there's a secret 4th one, or maybe that's DLC. I don't know. But yeah, I've heard a lot of people really like it though. Then we have Holy Potatoes Compendium. This contains Holy Potatoes, a weapon shop, Holy Potatoes, we're in space, and Holy Potatoes, what the hell. They're kind of simulation-y games. Well, at least the weapon shop is. I haven't played it in a while. So I don't know how to describe it at all, but it's strange. There's a lot of references to media type things, or pop culture is the word I want. Then next up is Katamari Dynasty BRoll, a remake of the PS2 original. and you're rolling around a ball, the Katamari, and picking up stuff to make it bigger, throw it up as a star. It's really silly, wacky, has a lot of good songs, and it's all around really fun. This is quite a bit easier than the PS2 game, which is nice. But other than that, there's not much changes to it. From what I recall playing both of them. But I do recommend checking this out. I think it's also on PS4 now. This used to be a physical exclusive, but I guess it was a timed exclusive. Next up is Curvy Star Allies. It's a platformy type game. You're Kirby, and you can make friends to help you out and steal abilities. It's really cute and charming. I've heard complaints that it's way too easy. I don't know. It's good. It's a good difficulty for me, but I've mentioned quite a few times I'm really bad at platformers, so yeah. And next up is the game that I'm pretty sure made me want to get the Switch at launch, and that is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I really love it. Open world exploring Zelda. It looks really pretty. I like the more ambient music type thing, and how open it is without it being like, hey, it's open, but you need to go to a specific thing to do a really specific thing that's obscure, and I'm not going to tell you, so try and figure it out. It's just, no, you can just do whatever you want, and you can have a lot of fun with it, and yeah, I really like it a lot. Probably my favorite Zelda game. Then we have Little Inferno. This is another super rare game one. You burn stuff in the fire, and you get money from burning stuff, and then you buy stuff to burn more stuff. It's strange, but it's kind of chill. Then is Lonely Mountains Downhill, another one from Super Rare Games. This one you're riding on mountains, and very chill from what I've seen. I haven't given it a shot quite yet. Then is Mario Kart Deluxe 8? No, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Racing game. I really like this one. It looks really nice. It plays really well. I like the different mechanics of going upside down and all around, and they have a ton of different race tracks here. Some of my favorites from Double Dash, which is also really nice. This is also a upgraded version from the Wii U, and this one's just better for me. I like it a lot better. So I got rid of the Wii U one to get that. Then is Mary Skelter 2. This is a dungeon crawlery first person with big scary monsters and lots of fan service. This also contains the first game, Mary Skelter Nightmares. So if you missed out on getting that really expensive Vita version, you can just get this, and then you have both of them. And I'm pretty sure this is not that expensive right now. Don't quote me on that. Maybe it is expensive. It's definitely not as expensive as the Vita version of the first one. Next up is Moon. It says Premium Edition on it, so whatever. Also called Moon RPG Remix Adventure. This is a port of a PS1 game. It's a strange adventure-y style game. It's really difficult for me to progress because I'm bad at adventure games, but it also doesn't tell you a lot. But this is the first time we got it in English. I say that, and I'm holding up a Japanese copy, but we got it digitally in English at least, and that's the first time we've gotten it ever. And I wanted to get a physical version because I did. It is kind of interesting though from what I played. I'm just terrible at it. I don't understand Vague. Then we have Okami HD. Yeah. It's an HD remaster. HD remaster of the original Okami on, it's closer to the Wii version. You're using the Switch Joy-Cons, that's what they're called, to draw on the screen in pretty environment, and that does your attacks. It's fun. Little bit lengthy at some points that could have been trimmed down a little bit, but I do enjoy it. Then we have Mega Labyrinth Life. This is an Asian copy of this because we never got a physical version over in North America because too much boobs. This is a roguelike game. In this, your power is helped by the size of your boobs, or the character's boobs. It's silly and over the top, but I really like it. I did beat it. It is fun. Very silly. You have bras and panties as armor. This is also on the PS4, but as just a Mega Labyrinth, because I don't know what they took out exactly. I think they took out a minigame where you're just poking at the various girls and they make noises, suggestive noises. I think they took that out. But otherwise, I think it might be the same game, but I don't remember. There's definitely something different with the PS4 version than the Switch one. The Switch one has more stuff. Now we have Honeynuki. I think this is by the same studio who did I Am Setsuna. I don't have that game though. I do kind of want to get it. It's an RPG, but I haven't played it yet. I think this is an Asian release or a Japanese release. I don't know, because it's entirely in English on the back, but it doesn't have any SRB rating, so I don't know what's up with that. It's kind of strange. But I'll play it eventually. Then we have the Panzer Dragoon. This is a limited run game, flying around on a dragon. Originally it was on the Saturn, and it looked really cool, so wanted to pick it up, but I haven't gotten a chance to play it. Then is Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I think this is a remake of Pokemon Yellow, maybe? It's definitely a remake of one of the older ones. They changed a lot of it. There's a lot more motion controls of throwing Pokeballs and stuff. But it looks really nice. Haven't given it a shot yet. I've heard it's pretty easy, so that might be nice for me and someone who is not very good with Pokemon games, honestly. Then is Pretty 1 and 2 Exploded and Reloaded. This is a combination, compilation and remaster of Pretty Can I Really Be the Hero and Pretty 2 Dawn of Operation Panties Dude. These seem like really silly 2D platformers. These were both originally on the PSP. I saw they were being ported to Switch, and I'm like, hell yes, I prefer playing on the Switch much more than the PSP. Then we have Ring Fit Adventure. This is a RPG fitness type game where you use this big ring thing and this leg strap to do various exercises, and you defeat enemies with it, and it's actually a lot of fun. I've had some difficulties doing getting myself to do various workout routines at home because it's just so boring, but this is a really fun way to do that, and it looks really nice, and it's just, yeah. Then up is Rune Factory 4 Special. This is a port, sort of, reworking of the 3DS original on the Switch. Farming, stacking stuff, crafting, really like it. Haven't quite finished it yet, but it's a really nice farmy type game. Then there's Super Mario 3D All-Stars, a compilation of Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. Just 3 3D Mario games. I hope this means that they might do other of these kind of compilation things. It's a little bit bare bones, but hey, I wanted to pick it up because Nintendo was kind of dumb and like, hey, we're gonna make it limited, so I would have picked it up anyway, but that just makes me mad, angry pick it up. So, then Super Mario Odyssey. I really like this game. Might be my favorite Mario game, I don't know. At least mainline Mario game. A lot of fun, open world areas to explore, lots of neat things to do, and it really rewards exploration and stuff. And yeah, I do really like exploring around. Then is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I don't think I played this. This is Devin's game. He's played a butt ton of this as well, just like all the other Super Smash Bros. Games that we have. This one has like everything and more kind of thing from what I've heard. I'll probably play it eventually, but it's not high on my priority list though. We have a limited run game, Trover Saves the Universe. Don't remember much about this. It took a while to get here, so I'm kind of blanking on it a little bit, but it's a comedy game featuring voice actor Rick and Morty from the show Rick and Morty, so I had to pick that one up. Then is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. So I used to have the Wii version of this. It's an action RPG, very open worldy, but it was really difficult for me. I did like a lot of things about it, but I kept on getting stuck where I would do a bunch of quests, which, like fetchy type quests, which is one of the main ways to level up as far as I could understand. And then I'd play for a little bit, and then I would hit a wall, and I would just die and I would have to go try and find other quests to do. And there was a point where there was no quests for me to do, or I couldn't find them, and there was just this still wall there. So I was like, okay. But this, I've heard they put some things in it to make it a little bit easier. You can also make it a little harder as well. There's both sides, I'm pretty sure. So, excuse me. So I haven't gotten around to playing this, but I hope with those improvements that it'll be a little bit easier for me to get into. I then also have Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This looks more anime, so I was more enticed to pick it up and play it. But then the first one got announced, and so I kind of held off on playing it a little bit. Again, action RPG, looks fun. I also picked up, they made a Kart version of the DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 at Torna, the Golden Country, I think that is. But I only have it Kart because it's really expensive, complete. And I don't really mind buying a Switch, like a cheap Switch case or something, and then printing off a cover. It's way cheaper for compared to how much it was going for, and so I'm fine with that. I'm just gonna do that at some point, but I don't know exactly what's in that. But apparently it's like a side story, I think. And then we have Yonder the Cloudcatcher Chronicles. This is an indie kind of open world crafting type game. I don't know if I'd call it an RPG. I don't remember leveling up stuff. I guess you level up your various skills that you have, like cooking and fishing, and I think there's a fishing skill, maybe there's not. There's definitely crafting type skills. Anyway. And it's a very cute game, all about making everybody happy kind of thing. Getting rid of the darkness. And you also find cats as a collectible. It's very silly. I do really like it. It does have some janky bits about it, but it is made by a team of 3 people or something. It's not a very big team. So it's one of those things that, like, wow, they did really good for the kind of team that they had. And the last game that I have for the Switch so far is Yoshi's Crafted World. I guess a kind of sequel to Yoshi's Woolly World. This time things are crafted themed. Another 2D platforming game. Unfortunately, I don't like this one as much as Yoshi's Woolly World. I feel like the levels are just less interesting, and they didn't have as clear of an aesthetic theme as they did with Yoshi's Woolly World, because everything was made of yarn, and then there was little crafty like sequins and ribbons and that kind of thing, so it was a nice theme. This is just like, they sometimes keep it themed with like cardboard and paper and string and bottles and that kind of thing, but then there's still a lot of enemies that are they're just enemies. They're not made from anything. I feel like even Yoshi doesn't really look like he's made from anything. It's just like he's a Yoshi, so it feels kind of not as great as Yoshi's Woolly World. So yeah, but I still enjoyed it though. It was still fun, but it's just not as good though. Anyway, that's all I have so far for Switch games. Let me know any of your thoughts on any of these or some of your favorite Switch games. I'd like to know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again in another video. Bye!